What is up, everyone? Welcome back to some more Oxygen Not Included. This is our max difficulty series, episode 20 or something. And this video is coming out on Thanksgiving. So for anybody watching on Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you are slipping into a food coma as you're watching this video, because I know I will be. But anyway, here's the base. It's looking pretty good. It's looking nearly to the point where we can start swapping over. Actually, I think we could. I think we've got enough food stored to where I don't have to worry about the food again. That's a risk, though. Do I want to take that risk? I don't know. And one thing, Ellie continues to get sick. I don't know why. It's only Ellie. Everybody else drops a little bit. Okay, like you can see a couple percentages there, but Ellie actually drops. She was like 77% or something before I started recording. I put her on do vitamin chews, but I don't know why, man. Ellie just gets sick all the dang time. All right, so let's take a look at the greenhouse real quick. Boom, look at this nice little gradient. So this is what I was hoping was happening. Now we're not down the temperature yet, but we're getting close. And I think bristle blossoms are fine. No, they need to be 30 degrees. So we're almost on the temperature up here, and I bet if we pump the water in, it would cool the air down, and we would be good to go. As you can see, I am bringing water down into here, or I'm bringing water up to here rather. Have we? We're also starting a mass storage area here, which looks kind of confusing right now, but you'll see, it'll work out. We do have our oxygen done here, our oxygen production facility. Currently only using 2 of the pumps, so we're not really utilizing all this, but I wanted something that could provide for the upcoming stuff. Uh-oh. I just realized something. I am out of natural gas, and that is my main power source supply stuff. So one thing I need to do is, are we running coal right now? Oh my god, we are. We're running coal, I think. Look how low the batteries are, dude. Holy cow. Okay. I mean, these only run 5 to 22, so they don't run very much, but let's go down. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen eventually. Circuit overloaded. I need to find that. Man, things are getting kind of hectic when there's this much going on in a base. Like, it's hard to try to keep up with it all. So let's see, we are generating petroleum still. Oh, we are completely out of petroleum as well. That's because we're using it for plastic. All right, what's this guy hooked up to? There we go. So we'll just turn that off. So I've been directing well, not all of my petroleum, but I've had a line open that just lets me dump as much petroleum as I want to my plastic production. And as you can see, I've got 30 tons of plastic, so it's been doing its job. Plenty of water still. But we needed to turn that off so our petroleum generators here can generate power, because at the moment we're running only off coal, I believe. So let me reset these. They weren't pumping, so I changed them to 0. So they would always be on, but I think we're pretty much out of oil over here, yeah. Oh, that might be why we're not generating petroleum. Oh, interesting. Let's see, we do have this pump. So we could do that. I thought there was a pipe there. Get that done. We need oil over here so we can generate petroleum, so we can generate some power. On the other hand, I might just start pumping. I mean, I've already got oil up here. I should anyway. The problem I've got this oil refinery here, and the problem that I think this is going to have, I haven't tried it yet, but there's so much gas here that it's not going to be able to run, because these do actually output natural gas. If we go to refinement here, Where is it? Boom. Yeah, so 90 grams a second of natural gas. And if it's too high pressure around the system, it won't run. I mean, your duplicant will run up to it, turn the wheel once, and then run away and do something else. And they'll try and do that multiple times. So I think I might have to like enclose it in its own room and then vacuum it out. But I don't know. We definitely need it though. We definitely need it because we're currently having power problems. As you can see, I'm using coal. I don't want to use coal. So let's run a power line. I guess we'll run this. Oh, it's so ugly though. It's so ugly. I don't want my duplicants being like, ugh, that's ugly. I want their decor to take a hit. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is, do I want to do this? I have no idea. This might be a bad idea. It's fine. We'll just do something like this. And then the power situation. God, it's gonna be horrific. You know what we could do? We could just put a transformer. You know, I'm gonna do that for now. We can always move this later. This way we won't take a morale hit for whoever is operating on this thingamajig. And what we'll do is we'll leave a little room for a pump maybe, and we'll build a wall here. That way they can't walk away from over here. So they don't have any morale hits. We don't want any of that. Starting to store up a little bit of hydrogen right here. At first I was just gonna run it directly to a, what's the game mode here? Well, not directly to, but I was gonna run it to my main hydrogen line, which is right here. There we go. And so it would back up to this point, and then the hydrogen generator would use the excess. But I'm thinking that eventually I'm going to be getting into hydrogen rockets, or hydrogen engines for the rockets. So we're going to want to be saving that stuff up. So I just created a little bank right on the line here. Easy to get to, and then once that backs up, it'll go on to the hydrogen generator. Let's see, what else do we want to do here? Well, let's just delete these, I guess. Something like this. If you don't know, if you do this type of deal where you build the tiles and then build storage on top of them and then delete the tiles, you can build storages like this, one right under the other. They don't need a foundation to actually function. So it allows you to slap a lot of storages in a small area like this. And then you can put a ladder. After 2 rows of these, you can put a ladder, and your duplicants can cross the ladder and reach both the ones above and below. So we'll have 2 rows of storages above the ladder, 2 rows of storages below the ladder, and then we'll have like sweeper arms and stuff wherever we need them, basically. Which is, we'll probably need 3 of them to cover this much. Something like there. And like there, and then like there. You do want them overlapping a little bit so they can swap materials around if needed. How's our temperature up here? 15 degrees. That's not good. What's our water at? 8.8. That's pretty dang good. I don't know if these Weezworts are gonna... I don't think these Weezworts are gonna be able to handle it. I might have to set up... I don't know what I need to set up, honestly. Well, we definitely need this automation wire to... There we go. Do we need it powered? Not really, but we'll power it anyway. Oh man, if I could just move everybody up here and like start cleaning things up, everything would just be fine, but it's not right now. It's not. We did complete the little sweeper arm here, so can't see it, but this is all chlorine in here, and we've got a little petroleum seal. You can see the sleet weight is in a sterile atmosphere, and it's being cleaned. All the germs and stuff will be cleaned off my food as they get put there. So the cooks will cook everything right here, drop it on the ground. Sweeper arm will put it into this conveyor, which goes to the same place. You can see this pulse clock here will be dropping the food. It's just a buffer and a NOT gate. So output of the buffer goes into the NOT and the sweeper arm, and then the output of the NOT goes into the input of the buffer. Simple little pulse clock there. We do need to put lights in here, but I don't want to put them in until this is down to temperature because it's going to be generating more heat. And this little, I have to say, this little airlock system works like a charm. Look at this. Beautiful. Tiny little carbon dioxide. And then it just, boom, opens the door and lets it out. And I put another one over here in the rec room slash dining hall slash everything else. So these things work like a charm. If you're building in space and you need to vent gases, like if they build up too much, this is an awesome way to do it. And you can stick it pretty much anywhere. Like it doesn't have to be on the edge. You could just delete the drywall behind it, put the door there instead. Would be pretty nice. I don't think we've really started on anything else, although I really want to get like a telescope going and stuff so I can start doing some space research things. And start working towards those rockets, man, because we're gonna need to get this. I need to get into space. I need to get like grassy moos and all those things. More Wheezeworts. I just want 1 billion Wheezeworts. As many Wheezeworts as I can possibly fit in this base. I'm gonna have. There we go. Now we're generating some petroleum. Perfect. Power situation is improved. Is this dormant? It is. Okay, so while this is dormant, let's make sure we have crude oil. Okay, enable, oops. And enable auto bottling, and let's put it to like an 8. And the insulated tile we'll put to a 9. Put them both to 9, whatever. Why is this breaking? It's made out of gold. What's the overheat temperature? 125. It's 73. Why is it breaking? I've noticed this a lot with liquid pipe or the filters. The filters, they seem to like break for no reason at all, or none that I'm aware of. Like I can't pinpoint why it's breaking. All this stuff, there's nothing even close to 125 degrees. But I've had it happen over here as well. Right here, like these things break like all the time, and I don't really know why. It's not hot enough for them to overheat, but nonetheless they still do it, so whatever. Plenty of oil. One of these little geysers here is plenty to well, for what I'm using, it's plenty. Once I get some more systems in here, it's probably going to not be enough, but I don't know. It produces quite a lot of oil. It's kind of surprising how much those produce. Pretty much takes care of all of your oil needs, at least early. There's our cold water coming out at 9 degrees. I thought I actually got it colder than that. Did I raise this? No, I didn't raise it. Huh. You know what I need? I need to create... I remember adding this storage here, and I did it because I was going to try and create a system that got the water as close to 0 as possible. And for that, I needed a tank to kind of average out the temperature as it gets cold. But I never really figured it out. I just kind of slapped it in there and said I'll do this later, and I never did it. But I'll have to get around to that eventually, because that's going to help with the sleet wheat farm a bunch. I really don't know if the sleet wheat farm is going to be functional right now. How's the oxygen doing? Negative 20 degrees. It's good. So one problem with the oxygen is that it's sitting in this warm area over here, and you can see I've started to build a wall. I'm pretending I'm Trump right now, building walls, but 50 degrees, look at that. And then it goes through here and it sits in here, 80 degrees, so it's warming up quite a bit. 50 freaking disease, oh my, That is super hot. I might need to run this through some thermoregulators. See, it comes out at 9 degrees. And then 50. That's quite... Jeez, what am I going to do, man? I might need to just separate. Might need to just separate this area, to be honest. That's where all the heat's coming from. Just temperature bury it. And eventually it'll cool down because the water will wick the heat away, as well as the oxygen. What is this for? Oh, that's right. I don't have that connected yet. Is there any reason not to connect that? I guess I don't want them using the toilets. Actually, it's fine if they do. We can connect that up. Not with granite though. Not with granite, with igneous. Cold water coming into here. It's gonna take a long time to cool this stuff down. So we might not be running sleet wheat for a while. Might not be running sleet wheat for a while. However, we will have the bristle blossoms, so it's not that important. There we go. So we're gonna put this guy to a high priority. The 7. What's the other refinery? So we want to stop producing down here at this refinery. With all this stuff. I mean, we could do it to make plastic. I'll probably leave this stuff here, but we'll just 7. So let's put you at a 5. And the other one will put at a 7 and start generating petroleum power. Where are we grabbing this oil from? I don't remember. Ah, okay. Big problem then. So we've got to get in here. And we've got to replace this with a steel pump. I don't know. So what this oil gets like really hot, 326 degrees, which will overheat a steel pump as well. But I think eventually, if we ever use all this stuff, then it's such a small amount that it'll cool down so fast. And we'll just pump it away like instantly, so it won't actually overheat a steel pump. I don't know. We'll have to just put it in and see. Alright, do we have oil coming to this yet? We do. We're just waiting for a duplicate to come and work it. Come on, duplicate. You can do it. Maybe we should run a transit tube over here. It's not that far. And it would let them get there a little bit quicker. You know what? I'm going to do it. Why not? Why not? Oh. Come on, game. You can do it. Game is running like super slow. Alright, there we go. Transit tubes. I still want to get some jetpacks going. That'd be super fun. But I need to focus. I keep getting sidetracked with all these little projects that don't really matter. We need to get our dupes moved up into space. That is the primary goal right now. The primary goal. Alright, so we can do this, something like that. And then pow. And then dupe. Hopefully no dupes get stuck. Who am I kidding? Somebody's gonna get stuck. Dupes are amazing at getting stuck. They're like, oh, lucky him. He fell to where he couldn't get stuck. But they try to get stuck, I swear. Let's watch as Catalina. She might actually be okay. Yeah, as long as they work from one direction to the other and don't kind of jump around them, I think they're fine. Or maybe it's just because we're watching. And they like to do it when you're not watching, so if you just turn your head for a little bit, then they'll probably start getting stuck all over the place. But that timer means we are out of time for today. Oh, kind of a boring video, I think, maybe. I don't know. You can let me know if it was horrible, if I need to spice things up in the comments below. But again, if you're watching this on Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all eat tons and enjoy yourselves. Thank you again. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Leave any comments if you have any questions, suggestions, or anything like that. And I hope you all have a wonderful holiday.